So yeah, there's a tendency to like, play up some part of like sub-Saharan Africa about why, you want to do. I think that your goals should be like super clear from the beginning so that the person that is reading they're going to read a lot of personal statement, right? A PhD, you don't want to waffle around and have like lot of sad stories and all of that. If it helps your application, I would say put it, but like just be clear that this is why I want to do my PhD, and this is what my PhD is going to give me, and what I want to do after my PhD. I think those points should come out very well. And also, any skills that you have, I think that you should sell it very well. Like, don't underplay yourself. Talk about, if you currently have publications, talk about that. I mean, if it's related to what you're applying to, because I know like it's possible that people are switching, fields and all of that. But even if it's not related, you can kind of bring it in and talk about what you gained from that field and why you're moving to this field now and all of that. So I think just clarity of the reason why you want to do a PhD, because a PhD is like serious. Like there's some days like you feel like, oh my God, why am I doing this? So you should be able to remember like, this is why I wanted to do this, so that keeps you like, helps you and, doesn't, because you're gonna be frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people told me, I was like, oh, what is that? It's just a PhD, but yeah, you need to like be sure, and that sureness needs to come out properly in your application as well. And in terms of like, I mean, I talked a bit about like, especially if you find somebody that you feel like you want to work with, I think that, and if they're not specific about like, don't contact me. So I feel like if they've said don't contact me, don't, because that kind of just puts them off. But if they haven't said anything, it doesn't hurt to like say something. Hi, I'm interested. I've read it. You don't have to read the papers. People say that you don't have to. Just be like, oh, I read about you, whatever. I feel like you do what I'm interested in, and this is why I'm interested in that. Do you have a minute to chat, to talk about the program in your school? Kind of like that. So just, I feel like having that relationship, because I feel like this is the key thing that made my application stronger this time around. I feel like I pretty much talk to everyone, and it really helped me, So I think those, and then having people like read your personal statement, because it might make sense to you, but if your friend cannot understand what you're saying, the professor that is going to read it probably doesn't understand it as well. So having people go over it, and don't be afraid. Like if somebody